Every day we see people sharing their stories online, opening up and being vulnerable to a community of complete strangers. It's amazing that our society is now in a place where we're comfortable with being open and being vulnerable. At the same time, there are people that use vulnerability for the wrong reasons, to gain attention, to gain traction, when really, vulnerability has a much deeper purpose. So why don't we take the next step? Why don't we go deeper? It's because it's scary. It's scary for a lot of us to see what that next step reveals. It's scary for us to be confronted with inner demons or wounds that we need to heal. And it's scary to have to take responsibility for that. Now you've taken that first step. You feel vulnerable. I've embraced vulnerability and I've put myself out there. Okay, what next? Some people think that first step is the only step because it was such a hard first step to do. They think sharing something on social media and getting feedback on it is what they need to do to heal. But what you don't realize is it is just that first step. There's another layer to that. So much is revealed about ourselves with that very first share, that very first step that we take. Dig deeper. What are we trying to say with this first share? I've had a couple vulnerable shares, and one of them came when I was recovering from my 7th surgery. And I had sort of disappeared from social for several weeks. And I also felt that I had a responsibility to my community, not to just disappear. So I came online and I shared where I had been for the last 4, 5, 6 weeks and what I had been going through. And that was a vulnerable place for me because I can be a private person. This is about my health. And it was a challenging time and I hadn't quite come out of the other side of it just yet. In the past, it's been easy for me to share a vulnerable moment in hindsight. So this is what happened, this is where I am now. But it also made me realize how important it was for me to do that and how I actually should be doing it more. What is that telling me about myself that I'm uncomfortable with sharing before I'm strong again? And I realized that because I held back, that meant that there was another layer in myself that needed to be healed. There was another layer of judgment, concern, worry that really shouldn't exist if I'm in a place of total self-acceptance and peace. And that's sort of what we're all looking for, right? We all want to be in a place of peace about ourselves, about our life. And you can't really get there if you're hiding between the lines. You can't really get there if you're not peeling back the layers, if you're not going there and healing every one of those steps. So that's why vulnerability for me has been powerful. It's been scary. It's been painful at times. But at the end of the day, for me, it is an act of service because it's allowed me to heal certain parts of myself that has then allowed me to grow and to take that knowledge and to share it so that it can help someone else do the same thing. True vulnerability is really being honest with ourselves because true vulnerability is a catalyst for growth. At the end of the day, vulnerability is an opportunity for you to connect with yourself, to heal, to grow, and to find purpose. So let's go beyond that first step.